Okay, so welcome everybody to Authentic DM Setting Masterclass call. So basically what I am going to be doing in this is just covering how we actually approach DM setting in a way that is authentic, that does lead to booking more calls. So this is very, very important, mainly because if we don't actually speak to people in a way that has them feel like we're providing value and helping them authentically, they're not going to be receptive to what we are offering, and they're not going to have the level of trust in us that we need them to have. So this is going to be something that everybody is going to find extremely valuable, whether you are inside Blue Ocean Closers, whether you are looking for external roles, whether you're looking to start a new role in other companies. Being a good DM setter is extremely high value, and it is a skill that you can take across many different industries, many different niches, in all sorts of sales roles. So I'm going to walk you through the real way that we book high quality calls, and mainly by focusing on genuine relationships, offering real value, and creating win-win opportunities. And this isn't just about booking calls, it's about building trust and building rapport and creating career defining opportunities for others and positioning Blue Ocean Closers as the gold standard. So this was going to be a live Q&A, but I am quite sick at the moment, so this means I have had to record it after the fact. So if you do have any questions whatsoever, please do send me a message and let me know what they are, and I'll be able to help you out, because I know that a lot of people do struggle with certain types of conversations in DM setting, which does prevent any sort of momentum to be gathered, and finding out a predictable strategy to actually have that leads to consistent call bookings as well. So let's get started. So total volume matters. Now, what I mean by this is that DM setting is a numbers game, and sloppy volume won't cut it. The most successful setters are always the kind of people that do a lot of volume. So this means having 50 new quality conversations per day, consistent daily pipeline building, proper tracking, follow-up, and nurturing, and all broken down in detail inside the SOP doc is what I'm talking about here. So if you need detailed breakdown of how to track, what sort of conversations you're meant to be having, how they're meant to look, that's all broken down in the DM setting doc as well. So basically, within this, what that is going to do is, if we have more conversations, it means that we can help more people and we can have more calls booked and more deals closed. So the opportunity is in the volume, but quality is what converts volume into real opportunities. Now, you're probably wondering, like, 50 new conversations per day might seem like a crazy amount. And let me just tell you now that if you want to hit high numbers and you want to be the individual that can actually convert and be able to provide a maximum amount of value possible, if you have 50 conversations a day, what do you think the likelihoods are of actually ending up booking a call? They're very, very high. Odds are you'll probably have more than one call booking. You'll have, potentially 5 or maybe even 10. So the more calls that you can book in, the more likely you are to actually make money. And the only way that we are able to do that is by having volume and having as many conversations active as possible. That means starting new conversations as well. So the opportunities in the volume, this is extremely important. And authenticity will always win. And people can know if you are not being authentic, and you might be the kind of individual where you think that, like, I am just selling something at the end of the day. They understand this, but you do need to also understand that people are going to be receptive towards the people that are more authentic, and you can wish for it to be any other way, where you wish you could just do straight up hard selling to every single person, but you're going to lose because the market decides. You don't get to decide how people are receptive to different sales conversations and making offers to them. The market decides, and people will decide if you're somebody that they can trust or if you're not. So what this means is we're not here to spam and pitch everyone. We don't want to drag people onto calls, and we don't want to use fake scarcity tactics. because what we are here to do is genuinely help people change their lives. And this means presenting real career opportunities, building trust and credibility with every conversation. So your energy and intention will set you apart instantly. And this is probably the key thing that separates average closers to highly successful, very effective appointment setters. So I didn't mean closers, I mean appointment setters. So to become a highly successful appointment setter and DM setter, you get very good at being authentic while still being able to make offers, to have prospects buy what you're selling them. It is that balance between the two. And because at the end of the day, like we don't want to hide what we're doing. Like we are there for a purpose, and we're helping people because we want to help them. And providing that help leads to better outcomes for them, as well as better outcomes for us as the person that's actually setting them up with a call. So the DM setting process it does vary a bit, and particularly here at Blue Ocean Closers, we do have a kind of frame that is highly beneficial as well. And it's the fact that we are talent scouts. We're not simply just trying to sell people a course or a program. We are literally in a position where we can give people very, very advanced, high-paying career opportunities. This is extremely valuable for any single person that we end up speaking with, and that is something that we're very privileged to have. We're in a very privileged position to actually have an offer that does convey so much value with it and does genuinely help people as much as we possibly can. And there's a lot of offers and programs out there that won't actually have that conviction and that ability to really provide 10 out of 10 results for all of the people that come on board. We are different here. We do have insane value provided, and the opportunities that we have external to us as well as internal with us are truly groundbreaking, and they are the sort of opportunities that can change somebody's life forever. So that is something you do want to keep in mind always, is that we are in a position where we're providing heaps of value, and that it is an insane opportunity for anyone that gets to speak with us and actually come on board to what we're doing. So the step-by-step is, you want to open with professional intent. This means being direct, friendly, and opportunity-driven. And if you've been making posts to generate leads to message you, you can take the frame of qualifying them for next steps. So what I mean by this is you don't want to hide what you're doing. You're helping the individual so you can help fulfill for us or the countless external companies that may hire them. Sorry, mind my words there. What I mean by this is that we don't want to try and hide that we're actually trying to get a particular outcome, because at the end of the day, we are doing work, we are helping people with opportunities that is going to be aligned for them, as well as being aligned for us. If we get a good outcome for the individual, that means that we also get a good outcome. We have completely aligned interests with the prospect, with ourselves, and for the company as well. And on top of all of this, you get paid, so that's even better. And an example of how this would look is having a sort of opener. So if you made a job post in a different school community and someone's reaching out because they're interested in the post, again, you'll be able to find that in our documents, in our appointment setting documents that breaks down all of this and the different prompts we've got that make the process very, very simple and straightforward. You can open with something like this. So you can say, hey, name, we work with companies looking for remote sales reps. Would you be open to hearing about some high ticket sales opportunities? If so, what kinds of roles are you looking for specifically in the long term? So if we're breaking this down a little bit, we're acknowledging the person by their name. Very, very important. We're not AI that's just blasting different messages to people. We're addressing them by name, and we're telling them straight away what we do. We want to give them immediate clarity on why they might need to listen to us or why they should listen to us and what we can do for them. So we straight away say, we work with companies looking for remote sales reps. This straight away tells the prospect that they are the kind of person that we want to speak with. And then we're simply asking them. We're not forcing them into anything. We're not cramming any offers down their throat immediately. we're asking them, would you be open to hearing about some high ticket sales opportunities? If so, what kinds of roles are you looking specifically for in the long term? Because we need to get that clarity of, okay, is this individual, are they simply just completely starting out? Are they looking for some really entry-level roles? Are they an experienced appointment setter that just want to get on a solid offer? Are they a closer that can close, big deals worth 10, 15, 20K ticket prices? So we want to get that understanding of exactly who we're speaking with and the kind of experience and qualifications they might have in the past as well. So we want to clarify very, very quickly what their actual goals are, and we can label exactly what it is. So to do this, that's when we say, so are you primarily looking for a high-paying remote sales role, or mainly looking to learn, gain experience, and develop your skills? This is, again, we're just focusing on some really key details that's going to give us more information about the individual and being able to actually categorize what sort of offer we might make to them. Now, within our program, obviously, we've got our main offer, which is a one-on-one mentorship to get them into the high-ticket sales space and provide them with those external job opportunities, typically more suited towards people that maybe don't have experience in the past. They want to get their foot in the door. They want to learn the fundamental skills and develop their skills and experience for the long term to set them up with some really high-paying roles. Other people might be in this situation where, again, targeting more towards our high-ticket bridge offer, is people that already have experience and they want to get into different roles and have a network of professional companies that are all looking to hire people for their roles. So these can be appointment setting, they can be closing roles, but these kinds of individuals that we want to target for those external roles through High Ticket Bridge, these people need to be qualified to an extent. So they need to be people that have experience appointment setting, have experience closing, so they don't necessarily need that one-on-one training like they would on the main offer if it's an individual that is much newer to the high ticket sales space. So the way that you frame the mutual opportunity is by saying to people that we only work with serious candidates, and we want to set this expectation early. And the reason for this is because we don't want time wasters. We want to be very clear with people that if this is something that they're going to do, that we are only going to work with them if they are serious, if they're committed, if they are in a position where they can commit their time and energy towards a company that needs highly experienced, committed people, not always highly experienced, but people that are motivated, that are willing to do the work and put in the time to do it. So this, again, is a verbal confirmation to say to them that we need people that are serious. This gets some level of commitment from them early on as well. So an example of this might be, if you're serious about stepping into a high-ticket sales role, we might have a path for you. Key might. We might have a path for you, but we're selective about who we introduce to our partners. So how soon are you looking to commit properly towards your professional goals? Getting an actual time gauge, again, is very, very important, because this tells us, okay, is this individual, are they in a situation where they're immediately looking to solve the problem that they've currently got? If they're looking for some high quality job opportunities, is this something they're looking to do ASAP, or are they looking 6 months down the line? Because if they are in a position where they are only considering this in 6 to 12 months from now, it's going to be very difficult to sell them into anything that we're offering or helping them gain these opportunities if they're only going to use them in 6 to 12 months down the line. We can give them some information, but there's no way for us to actually start doing the things and giving them the clear steps to be able to help them, because it is up to them if they put the work in, if they're committed towards doing something in the near term, because we can help people in the near term and the long term, but what we can't do is just keep someone on ice for 6 to 12 months and give them all the value we've got now, just in hopes that they're going to do something 12 months from now. We only want people that are committed, that are going to utilize the resources and support that we have to offer. So offering value through the conversation. So position everything as helping them move forward, and if they're qualified, invite them to a no pressure discovery call, and you can still offer a quick tip or resource. So what I mean by this is you are doing this to help them move forward. You are helping them get to their outcome and solve whatever problem it might be that they have currently. So an example of this will be, would it help if we mapped out a quick action plan for you? There's no obligation or sale on the first call. Our team just want to make sure that you're going in the right direction and can provide you with direct opportunities for you to transition into over the coming weeks and months. So again, we're telling them what they want to hear. We're not forcing them into anything, and we're not saying to them, hey, the purpose of this call is to get sold into an offer that we've got. We don't want to be that extremely overt, because we don't even know if we can help them in the first place. It would be irresponsible for us to start saying, when you buy this or you buy that or this offer, that offer, if we don't even know that we can help them. So that's why we get them on the call, is to find out, are they the kind of individual that we can help, and that our support is going to be aligned with what they're wanting as well. So this does also just make sure that we're getting the best quality possible, because not only would it be a waste of your time to talk to these people if they're not even interested in what we can offer, but it would also be a waste of time for the closer if they're going to get on a call with somebody and that individual isn't receptive, or they're not open to actually to utilizing what might be of help to them, or they're not going to take that on board and get value out of it. So pre-framing any talk of investment, this is a very big one, because it is something that a lot of people make some serious mistakes with. And this is making it clear that some fast track options involve an investment, but only for those we know will succeed. So this is the kind of frame that we want to have, because we aren't necessarily just wanting to say to people, hey, you're only getting on this call if you can give us your money. Because that kind of frame is going to scare people off, and it makes people very defensive as well. So it is extremely important that we actually say to them, hey, this is not about just, making an offer to you. So in terms of investment, this is an option that we have for certain individuals if we know we can help them, and if they're actually looking for a paid option. If you're not looking for a paid option, then we still can point you in the right direction, and we've still got opportunities for you, just through a different medium. And that means that we don't have that ability to really hold your hand and support you every step of the way. This is more so just being able to point them in the right direction that still gives them value. So an example of this in the DMs will be, if they ask, is there an investment? Do I have to pay for this? Is this a paid course? Is this a paid program? How much is this going to cost me? This is when you can say in return, and again, save this one. For candidates who meet our partner standards and want to accelerate things, there is a fast track option that involves an investment, but it's reserved for people we're confident will land a six-figure role. So if you just want to be given opportunities for free, we can point you in the right direction also. And the free option on call will be helping them identify some basic roles in our free school group and capitalizing on the training resources we provide. So we're not lying to people, and we're not deceiving them by saying that we can help them with opportunities for free, because we still want to give value to people that come on the call, even if they're not actually looking to invest into anything either. We can help them with free opportunities, and that is via our free school community called Appointment Setters. We have over 1,000 people in there, and we have a whole bunch of content. There's so many different job opportunities in there as well that are reserved for the people that aren't looking to spend any money on some really high quality external roles. So again, we do have something that's absolutely fit for everybody. This means that if someone is, very new to things, we can still get them on a call and say to them, hey, we have a paid program. We've got a paid program. If you want one-on-one support, that you can get the skills and actually work for us and then move into a six-figure role externally as well, we can fulfill on that. If there's somebody that is experienced that simply just want opportunities, they don't necessarily want the one-on-one training, we can fulfill on that as well. We've got the high ticket bridge opportunities. If someone is purely just looking at getting advice, getting that support, again, it's not ideal to get these people on the calls, But if we do get someone on and they are interested in the paid options we've got and they don't deem that it is actually suitable for them, we've still got value for them. We can point them towards the free school community because in here they've got resources, they've got job opportunities. We can still fulfill for these people. So you don't have to feel like at any point that you're being deceptive by saying there is, paid options for people that are qualified, and actually just framing it this way. We can still have that belief that, if this person gets on a call, they're still going to get value. You don't have to feel bad or deceitful in any way, shape or form, because we can help everybody to an extent. And then it is up to the individual to decide how much help they actually want, or if they want to spend money for even more help. We give them the option to do everything. So what happens after the call is booked? So this is when you get to this point here where they're asking about the investment. This is when you'd basically be saying to them, here's the link to book into the call. And then after they do that, that's when you want to work through another set of prompts. So this is when we're saying to them, who have you booked the call within? This is so we can get in contact with them and make sure that they're aware of everything that we've spoken about in the DM, so we can, utilize our time as well as we can together. We don't want to waste any of your time, so we need to make sure that we can be prepared and fully attentive and able to help you on the call. And then you want to frame the call as being like a high ticket opportunity discovery, because that's ultimately what it is. We're helping people in the high ticket sales space, whether that be with mentorships, external job opportunities, just pure guidance to help them get into whatever it is they want to do. We're helping them with everything. The next thing is building excitement. And this can be a very beneficial one because this can increase the likelihood of them actually showing up to the call. Because the last thing we want is them to book into a call and then just simply no-show it, because that doesn't help anyone. We've wasted the closer's time. You've wasted your time in the appointment setting. So we can build excitement to increase the likelihood of them actually showing up to the call. So this means just keeping in contact with them after you do send that calendar link. When you know they've got a call booked in at a certain time on a certain day, keep in contact. Say, hey, do you have any questions whatsoever? Was there anything that you were wondering about or that you needed to mention before your call, so I can communicate it back to the closer? You can even just say to them, hey, the closer is going to reach out to you as soon as you have booked in that call. If you've got any questions for them, just simply let them know. If you have questions for me, let me know. We are there to help them when we want them to feel like that we do care about their outcomes and what we can actually do for them. So our sales process is broken into 2 calls. So we're being authentic when we say that they won't be sold anything on their first call. And this is a very effective way of basically just bringing people's fear down a whole lot and making sure that they're not defensive by getting onto a call, because we want people to feel welcomed. We want them to feel like they're comfortable, like they've got some ability to decide their own future, because they do. So the way that we do this is we want to be saying to people that they're not going to be sold anything on the first call, because they won't be. It's literally unless they were asking to buy something. That's the only time we would be like, okay, this is making sense. This is potentially something that we can help you with, but we are still going to be qualifying them. A massive mistake that people make is if they get onto a call and they're closing it and then someone's eager and they're ready to spend money, we still need to make sure that they are qualified, because people who are extremely upfront and very fast and rush through things, they usually make decisions on very split-second bases. So we want to make sure that this person isn't just freaking out and they're hyped up and they want to put money down, but then in 24 hours they withdraw that and they want refunds and they don't understand what's actually offered to them. So we need to be slow with this. We need to make sure that everybody is still being qualified properly, because we only want certain types of clients as well. So reducing sales resistance is also equally about just saying to them that only qualified people are the kinds of people that we're going to make offers to. So if they ask, like the paid offers, like what's that all about? What do the paid offers mean? This is when you say, we can discuss that on the call. You'll be able to speak to the team member. They're going to be able to break down what these options are. But in order to even be able to make these offers in the first place, we have to make sure that you're qualified, that you're the kind of individual that this is suitable for, because we don't want to take money from anybody who isn't actually in the position that we can help them. We will never do that. We're never going to take money from someone that we can't actually help. And that, again, is an authenticity thing. You want to say this to people. You want to say to them that we're not just getting you on a call for no reason. We're getting you on a call to see how we can help you. And if you are the individual that wants to put money down to get extra support, we can help you do that. We are authentic about this. We're not hiding anything whatsoever. So if they, again, ask about cost early on, this is when you can just say there's no cost to access entry-level roles through our free school group. But for people who are serious about exclusive and highly lucrative roles, we go over what options they have, but it's reserved for candidates we're highly confident about. So if they are, we don't want to say there's no cost. We don't want to say, yes, it costs a whole lot of money and that's what's going to be offered to you on the call. Again, we're just presenting the different options that we've got that they can capitalize on, because at the end of the day, there is a no cost option. There is a free option, and that will be us just like pointing them in the right direction. But at the same time, on the call, we are obviously going to be qualifying people to actually help them if they're willing to put money down and if they want to purchase either our high ticket bridge offer or it's a one-on-one mentorship offer. That is our priority. We do want to have customers that are ready to buy because we can help these people the most. We can help people that pay more than we can help people that aren't willing to put money down, because we have the resources and the ability to help these people with so much more detail, again, because they are providing money. That means we have more resources. So mindset to hold as a setter. You're a career matchmaker. You're not a desperate closer. This means that you are doing what's right for the individual. You're not just there to try and book them into a call and try and take money off them. You are there to truly set them up with long-term job opportunities that are going to be extremely helpful for them for their entire career. It's going to be the short-term and the long-term value that they get out of this. And that does mean that some people can get into, six-figure roles. This might mean that they can end up, in the best job they've ever had, making the most money they've ever had in something that's fulfilling and meaningful to them. This is not just selling somebody a generic course and taking their money and hoping that we get more and more people like that. We are genuinely here to help people on a very, very deep level. That's why we're here. That's why I started Blue Ocean Closes. It's to help people do the things and actually get the success that they wouldn't be able to get from other courses and programs that are out there. So this is building long-term trust and credibility with the individual, and that's what you want to have as an appointment setter. The purpose of doing this is to build that trust and that credibility, because this is good for yourself. This helps with your own sales skills. It helps the company. It helps the individual. Everyone is a winner if you are more authentic and you are more caring about the individual. So every conversation should feel mutually beneficial. And by this, I mean that us having the ability to provide these paid offers to people and give them that support means that they get helped by it, because they get new opportunities and they get the ability to advance in their professional career into a life they want, into the sort of person they want to become. And we can also benefit from it, again, because we are running a business and we're providing so much value to these people because we've got capital to access. And the more money that we make, the more that we can actually support these people, because we have more resources to be able to distribute out and truly help people more than any other opportunity out there. So when you hold this frame, you will have higher booking rates. You're going to have less resistance. You're going to build a powerful reputation as somebody through all the different roles you might have in different companies, that you are a truly effective appointment setter as well. So the final key reminders of this is to lead with real opportunities and service. And we want to prioritize building relationships over rushing to the call booked situation. This means that we are wanting to just be authentic over everything. And I know that I'm repeating it so much, but it is so important that we have that authenticity with every single person we speak with. And the investment is a earned opportunity. It's not an entry fee. This is not something where we're taking money as a fee from people to just be able to help them. It's an earned opportunity. We can provide better opportunities to people that have the money to get that extra help from us, because we're not a charity. We are able to help people to the extent we do because we have money coming in, because we have more resources, we have more support to help them. We have the coaches, we have the resources, we have everything that's going to help people more and more. So this means we want to protect the quality of who you bring into our ecosystem. This means we don't want time wasters. We don't want people that are just leeching off what we do. We want people that are truly there to help themselves and help their own future self achieve whatever it is they want to achieve in their life. The other thing is following the standards. And again, this is detailed in the DM setting docs. This is meeting the location and language requirements always. We don't want to book poor quality leads or people that are not going to be able to afford what we do, because again, this can just be a massive waste of time. If someone wants free opportunities and we know straight away that they can't afford anything, that they don't have a single cent to their name, it's better if we just guide them straight into the free group and we say to them, hey, the current situation you're in, that it's going to be very difficult for us to help you, without actually bringing you onto a paid offer. Therefore, we think you should go into the free school group to get all the value out of that, all the support we've got, all the job opportunities. That is going to be better for you. So if you master this approach, you won't just be a good setter. You'll be somebody that companies fight to have on their team. I can't tell you enough how much this is going to help you in the long term. When you're looking for new job opportunities and you're looking to start new roles in other companies, they're going to know the kind of person you are and the sort of effectiveness you actually have at sales in general, not just from DM setting, based on your view of DM setting. If you can articulate that you understand the authenticity standards required to be an effective DM setter, they are going to absolutely love it, and they're going to know that you are somebody that cares about the prospect and that you genuinely care about the outcomes for people. It's not just about collecting dollars and loading up your own pockets. This is about helping people on a fundamental level. So that is it from me with this masterclass. And again, this was going to be a live Q&A, but unfortunately I am quite sick at the moment, so this is still going to give you a whole lot of value, and I really hope that this has been something that you can save, that you can take some of these techniques and apply it into your own strategy as well in the long term. So let's build relationships, book serious candidates, and create lasting success. Thanks for watching. I'll speak to you guys very soon.